We have a question from John. This is an interesting question. What do you think of the benefits of real yoga? I know there are various types of yoga, power, yin, vinyasa, and classes that purport to be yoga, but are just some circuit training. You study religion. When I say real yoga, I mean treating the body as a temple, the getting into movement and the sensations of the body, proprioception, maybe. There are obviously weird motions that go outside the traditional planes of motion associated with training. Do you see value in this only three-dimensional movement, but also the inner focus appreciation of the body? I put that appreciation lead to better recovery. Okay, Joe. Yes, yoga means yoke. Yoke, it's the same root as religion. Religios, to bind, or to connect back. I don't like it when people say bind because that's just a stupid. Ligaments have the same root as religion. So yeah, I used to teach yoga in an academic setting, and one of the things I would try to teach my students that there is a yoga of work, which I strive to do every single time. It was to be fully present when I taught. And I would tell my students that my best teaching is a moment of yoga. In the Western tradition, we talk about this, that I am not body and mind. I am body, mind, soul, and spirit, all connected. And my best teaching is when, and it's funny because the yoga tradition and the traditional Western tradition come down to the same on so many of these principles. My best teaching was when I was one. In the same way, when you're in relationship, if you're all there, I think all of us know, everybody who has older children, and when your children have children, there's that moment where you just want to take your kid aside and shake them, and your child, and say, enjoy every minute of them being a baby. Enjoy every minute of them being a toddler or a kindergartner or a first grader, because you're going to blink your eyes and it's all going to be over. And that happened to me, Got little Leo, Danny, and Josephine, my grandchildren, and I just, I just remember my daughters at that age. And so for me, as a parent, that's parent yoga, being fully there. When your child is telling you some story about what happened at school, and it's the most boring story and the worst storytelling you've ever seen in your life, you got to be there. This is important times. So that would be the yoga of work, and yeah, I'm a big believer in it. You don't have to go into any the yoga postures. And by the way, what most Americans consider yoga is truly only, 120 years old at best. It's an invented thing that was a selling point. And of course, we know what a shyster, one of the more famous yoga people was. I remember being at one of these studios, and the woman says to me, our founder got an Olympics at the medal in weightlifting. And I went, no, he didn't. He goes, no, at the 64 Olympics, he did. No, I know my weightlifting. I know who Louis Reiki and Bill March is. I know the 64 Olympics. I know who Tommy Kono is, and Norm Shamatsky and that. Oh, no, he did. And I'm like, this is the modern age. I can Google that right now, Yeah. So a lot of yoga has become very hucksterist, very shysterist. But the great tradition of the idea that when you're doing it, that you're totally connected, that's what I would strive for you to kind of keep an eye on. So yes, I'm with you 100% on that. Thank you. Good question.